All right, going over knot pass. So you might have knots in your ropes for a couple of reasons. One might be that there's a damage in your lines. Somebody tied a butterfly in them to secure that one piece so you don't put yourself onto it. Another option might be just the fact that maybe you didn't have long enough ropes for a job or something, so you had 400-foot drop and you only had 200-foot ropes, so you had to tie 2 ropes together, so you have to bypass a knot somewhere along the line. So if I'm coming up from underneath it, ascending up to it, I'm going to ascend up right underneath the knot. I'm going to sit here for a second. Now, when I'm loaded static and vertical, I can take my handle off and transition it past. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my handle off, transition it past it, and I'm going to ascend up. I don't want to go up next to it so I'm touching it, but I want to get pretty close to that knot, okay? Now, what I have to do is I have to bypass here, right? So I need to put something on here for my belay. I have to bypass it here. I need to maintain my points of contact. So my belay right now, I'm right at the same level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass this and just get it over with. So I'm going to take my column back up. I'm going to put it on above the rope, above the knot. Now I have 2 on here so I can take 1 off, right? I'm taking my ASAP off and I'm good to go. Now coming back up, I want to maintain it up above, around 6 inches above that knot so it gives it some room to slide. I don't want it right on top of it, okay? So now I have to bypass here. I can come up and out of this. SPRAT allows a 1 foot. As long as you don't fall more than 1 foot, it's not a discrepancy. We like to put on a second point of contact underneath it just to secure it, just to be on the safe side, not have to worry about discrepancies or failures or shock loading anything. So we're going to put on our descent device below, lock this off. Now I have 2 points of contact. So I can come up out of this. This is underneath it, and I don't have to worry about that, okay? So I need to give myself a little bit of room. I need to place my crawl inside of here. The best way to do this is to come out of it as I stand up and then go directly into it. Instead of coming out of it, sitting down, and then going back up, that's 2 movements. I want to try to do 1 movement if I can. So as I stand up, I'm going to come out, go above the knot, place the rope in, sit back down, and I'm good to go. This was never loaded at all. I can take my placeholder off. I can continue to ascend up. So I'm going to ascend up a few feet, give myself room to change over in the descent. Once I get above my knot, I'm going to change over in the descent mode. I'm going to rappel down to my knots. All right, so I'm going to get fairly close to it again. I'm going to leave my belay device here for now, transition that afterwards. So now I need to get below. I need this below the knot. So how am I going to do that? I need to put my placeholder back on. I need to go back into my other points of contact. So I'm going to go back into my chest crawl up above here, okay? So stand up, put my chest crawl above my descender. Now I can take this off. I'm going to put it straight back in below the knot. All right, I have my descender on below, so now I need to get this off, but I need to take up the slack in between here. So this is where I'm going to descend on my ascender, okay? So I'm going to stand up, try to get that line straight if I can, and slowly just come down. Move my handle back down. Move my belay device down, get everything in line. Try to get a little bit closer if I can. That's about there, and I'm good to go, okay? So I have my belay here. It's gonna be good as I transition past, so I'm not worried about it. I wanna keep it up high, I don't want to put it down low past that level 1, okay? So now I'm gonna come up out of here and load this. So in order to do that, I need to really get my handle down lower, because again, you have to take up all that room. I can't uppercut any more than I can on there already because it's not. So stand up, come out, slowly load myself into it, and I can take my handle off so I'm below the knot, okay? Now my belay device, again, bypass that, put my ASAP on underneath it. That's good to go. I can take my Kong back up off. I'm good to go down past the knots.